Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another round of the UK and Ireland Monday Night Skippys live here on RaceSpotTV in support of the Calm Zone, the campaign against living miserably. Tonight it's time for round number 10 and we are racing at Hockenheim, Baden-Württemberg in Germany. It's 16 turn, 2.84 miles in length. Weather is pretty average, fairly cloudy, 18 degrees in the air and 29 on the track. We have one of the smaller grids we've ever seen with 24 cars sign up, but I think with the track being as new as it is here on iRacing, I think we are in for an amazing race here today. My name is Linus Broström and I am joined again by Daniel Harris with Eagleys doing the job on the cameras, and we're currently in qualifying here, Daniel, and just a few moments ago they were tied for the lead, but Benny Simonsen just improved on his lap with a 1:56.2, so it looks like he's gonna stay on top as always.
Yeah, I was very intrigued to see that because it actually had the second lap that was put in as the quicker one, and I was quite confused, but seems like Benny Simonsen's been able to pull that one out of the bag at this brand new track on iRacing.
There's a lot of drafting going on here, especially down the front stretch, then down from turn 1 to turn 2, and then the whole parabolic along left-hand. There's a lot of drafting as well, so if you can find a good drafting partner here, you're definitely going to be able to set a super fast lap time. You can see Anthony Catter has got a car inside of him now. He's backing off because he's let those cars have the slipstream from him, and now he's going to slot in behind and hopefully get the draft on the next lap. So open qualifying here, 20 minutes, so if you start your lap before the checkered flag, you obviously get to finish it, so that is what he's hoping for. You've got the 25 and the 52 in front of him here. That's Benny Simonsen and Simon Edwards, so two fast cars. They're currently first and third with Cat in second, so they're helping each other here at the front, which is pretty awkward to see, I guess, but then again, these are the fastest cars. If there's anybody you want to tow from, it's one of these guys. Then obviously you don't want to help them, but if you want to help from them, you have to help them back. So have to see what will happen here. Ewan Pattinson currently sitting in fourth as well, but all these guys are pretty close to each other, so out on the track. So I think they're all going to be able to set pretty equal lap times here. But coming around through the stadium section here, a couple more corners to go. Benny Simonsen drops out of line, actually. Maybe he hit the grass or something, but that's probably going to be it for his qualifying unless he can get his speed up very quickly. Simonsen now out of the final corner. What will he be able to do? He's got the 22 of Ewan Pattinson right behind him, wide on the curb. Here he comes. Mattock improves his lap. Ewan Pattinson right behind Simon goes to the pole, but Simon Edwards does improve, but he does not improve his position, so Pattinson to provisional pole as time runs out. So they're all on their final attempt here now.
That was a really good lap, but I'm interested to see the lines that they're taking are quite wide. I would have thought it would have been an off track, but seemingly not. I didn't actually know you could do open polys where you could start the lap and then finish it after the checkered flag, because I've never actually done that on iRacing. I thought it was once the checkered flag has gone, that is it. But it's good to see that they can set it after going across the line with the normal quali.
Yeah, they do it pretty much half and half in this series. Half the races you're solo qualifying, checkered flag is out, the qualifying's over, and half of them are open, and they tend to be, the open ones tend to be where the fastest guys end up at the top at all time because of the draft. But you can see at the front it's 1/10 down to second, another 10th down to third, and another 10th down to fourth. And now Cat won't have the draft through any of these, the Mercedes complex or the last section, but might not hurt him. He's got a 1:56.3, so if he can improve on that by exactly 2/10, he will be on pole. So we'll have to see what he can do here. This track, in some turns you can go pretty wide without getting an off track, and in some turns if you just go a little bit outside of the curb you get an off track instantly. So it's you really have to figure out where you can go wide and where you can't, because this is one corner where you can go super wide, and then this next corner is where you need to keep it really tight, because if you go just over the curb you're gonna get an off track. And no, that was probably in the last complex. I've only driven about 15 laps around this track, so pretty new to it, but here he comes. Let's see what he will do. Keeps it tight here, high up on the curb. The whole car is over the curb on the inside. Drifts well out here, comes to the start finish line, and he does not improve. So Ewan Pattinson, unless something spectacular happens behind him, will be on pole, and I believe that car back there is the final one to cross the line. Dan Blake improving to 15th, so Good job from him. So it's time to go through the starting grid here at Hockenheim. Ewan Pattinson with a 156.176 on pole position, just under a tenth of a second ahead of Benny Simonsen. Anthony Catt in third, Simon Edwards in fourth, Nathan Wade in fifth, George Matic in sixth, Nicholas Von Roberts, last week's winner, down in eighth. Ali Favero, a pretty new name for this series, in 8th, great to see that. Adam Miles in 9th, and Seth Brown rounding out the top 10. Tony Stack is 11th, Ray Peasley is in 12th, Christopher Miles is in 13th, Michael Cook in 14th, Dan Blake in 15th, Dave Dowson in 16th, Kieran O'Flynn in 17th, Dave Kirkman in 18th, Chris White even in 19th, Tim Adcock in 20th, and David Clapham in 21st. And then we have Matthew Hodgins, Neil Andrews, and Aaron Taylor, who did not set a lap time in this qualifying session. So I'm not 100% sure if they're going to take the grid, but they have been out in practice, so they might not just have been able to set a lap here in qualifying, but I think they're already on the grid. So all 24 cars are lining up for today's race. Not as big as we're used to, but still going to be interesting to see how all these guys will fare. And a lot of drafting here and a lot of great overtaking opportunities. So I think we're going to be in for a pretty spectacular race here today. Long lap and 16 laps to turn. So it's going to be one of the longer races of the season as well.
Yeah, it should be a good one. We saw the drafting, how crucial it was where we were last week at Bathurst last week, if my memory serves me correct. And you could just see down the straight, the like why can I not remember the straight? Conrod Straight, that's the one. We saw how crucial the drafting was there, and how close it got into the kink and into that corner. So it'll be interesting to see here as they come down the not so much a straight, but the little turn after turn 1, 2, 3, coming into a hairpin would be interesting. Might see a couple of dive bombs.
It's one corner where it's pretty tricky to go side by side as well. So if you don't get your entry right there, you can push wide out across the track. I think we're still waiting for P number 9 to grid. He just gridded up. So everybody is on the grid. The red lights are on. The engines are revving. And we're racing at Hockenreimring. It's a great getaway there from Pattinson. Simonsen does not get a superb start, but I think he's going to be clear of Cat. He's going to be able to slot in front of him. Simon Edwards gets down in front of Nathan Wade there for 4th place as well. A bit of side by side here further back. Andrews has got a position there from Taylor, has got a position from Andrews up into 22nd further back. Some side by side here as well. Dowson and Kieran O'Flynn further back. I believe that's Cook right in front. There's a slow car way on the inside there, losing a couple of positions. David Clapham drops back as well, but at the front of the field they're all single file. Now you can see they're already starting to spread out there a bit, from Tony Stack in 11th down to Ray Peasley in P12 as Benny Simonsen comes around the outside here of Benny Simonsen to take the lead. Here comes Anthony Catt. He's going to force it 3 wide into the hairpin on the first lap. Is this going to work? He's a bit early on the brakes, so Pattinson is going to get it back, but Catt holds the inside and he will take the lead. Here comes Edwards as well up into 3rd. But I think the outside gets the better run there, so Pattinson holds on to 3rd place. But what a move from Anthony Catt on the first lap to force it 3 wide. These guys are usually pretty patient, but looks like today is just going to be a race all the way through.
Yeah, you can see it already on the first lap with cold tyres. They're already going for it, so we should have a really good race on our hands. But you can see Anthony Catt's just dropped back to 3rd there. Benny Simonsen and Ewan Pattinson getting a run on the outside. So I think that might be just how it goes for this race. Going down the long turn into the hairpin. It's just going to be who can get a better run, who can dive bomb up the inside, and get the better run down the next straight.
It's definitely where the race is going to be decided as far as the drafting goes, and then gonna have to make it work through all of these corners in the 2 complexes, because then there's pretty much no drafting. As we see Simonsen go wide on the gravel there, that's going to compromise his speed And is that Nathan Wade back there going wide as well? I believe it was. No, it was George Mattock, sorry, getting passed by Nicholas Von Roberts. Only going to lose that one position. But great job from both of those guys to hold on to their cars, and Pattinson holding on to the lead as well. Now Simonsen looking to the inside here. He's going to stay in behind, side by side behind. Wade up the has the inside on Von Roberts. Looks like he's going to be able to hold that position, but now Von Roberts will hold the inside down through the whole parabolic. A left-hander here. Outside has a little bit more speed. Von Roberts won last week's race, remember, so he's definitely going to want to double on that and get 2 straight, but it has some work cut out for him, being all the way down in 5th place and 6th as it is now, as Mata comes through again. Wade and Alvaro going side by side behind as well, but it looks like here Matic is going to get 5th place as they go side by side for the lead again. And there's some lockups behind, but no contact. Oh, there is actually 2 cars going off. That's Dave Kirkman parking at the side of the road. Clapham and Wright coming through there. I think that was just being a little bit too late on the brakes there, so Dave Kirkman has retired his car. So that will be it for him, unfortunately, running in 20th when that happened.
Yeah, unfortunate, but that's what happens. Oh, looks to be a big incident back there. But we'll get the replay, a bit like Monaco.
3 wide on a wide track, and they still get together.
Yeah, just unfortunate there. That rear wheel was just raced that little bit. Oh God, couple cars going wide there. Who has saved that one?
That's Adam Miles again. Or it's Adam Miles this time. Not sure if he was the one who went off last time. I already forgot, but looks like he did get the wall slightly there, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. He has
Adam
dropped
Miles
down to the second group though. Oh, he has the car in front of him.
I don't know what's happened there. Oh, that's a nice match against the wall.
Just avoided the car in front of him and lost it. But here we've got now Anthony Catt racing in 3rd, right behind Pattinson and Simonsen, and they're starting to pull a little bit of a gap here. See what he can do. Simon Edwards behind there in 4th, trying to catch back up. It's not much of a gap, but still a little bit too much. If they go 3 wide again though, down into the hairpin, Simon Edwards will be right back. This is the first group here, if you will, has 11 cars in it still. And then the next little group has 5. You can see just how wide Anthony Catt goes here. Wants to get the maximum speed without getting up next to the 2 cars in front of him. As we have Pattinson on the inside, back into the lead. Really close behind there is Simonsen, but they're going to go single file there. 3 wide further back, and then 3 wide even further back from that. That would be O'Flynn, Cook and Adcock, I believe, with Cook coming through on O'Flynn. Pretty hard to keep up with who all these guys are back here. Battles all over the place, but I think that was Taylor and Cook coming through on O'Flynn, and then Tim Adcock behind those guys in 19th. Back at the front, it's still Pattinson from Simonsen and Anthony Catt, and George Mattock is the first guy at the front to have changed the position, as in now these other are back in their starting positions. Simon Hood was back in 5th, now has dropped back another place, so not ideal for him. You can see just how wide Pattinson goes there as well. Simon Edwards too out touching the gravel, so right on the limit of losing that car. But this front group now down to 8 cars in this train, as Stack and Brown behind has lost touch just slightly. But still Pattinson holding the lead. Great job from him to be able to get back up there whenever he loses it.
Wow, 2 of them taking the grass there. Anthony Catt and Ewan Patterson taking the grass. Benny Simonsen getting the fastest lap. No, sorry, Ali Favero takes it with a 157.2. But these guys are fighting very hard up the front. The more they fight, the more the guys behind will catch. George Mattock looking to get involved here, now within a second of the pack. 0.4 of a second between him and Anthony Catt. Coming down the straight, or left bend, I suppose. There's Benny Simonsen coming around the outside, getting the draft. Anthony Catt as well, going to have a look up the inside, coming into the hairpin. Looks to be they make it 3 wide. Anthony Catt's going to go for the dive bomb. Gets it done nicely. Ewan Pattinson now back into 3rd. George Mattock is now right in the party. Followed by Simon Edwards, Nick Thorne-Roberts, and I think Nathan Wade. They're quite close to this pack. Spanning all the way back to, I believe that is Ali Favero.
8 cars now still in this lead pack, and guys behind are dropping back 3 seconds back now behind Ali Favero. Seth Brown and Tony Stack back there still going at it for the bottom end of the top 10 and losing time almost every single corner battling back there. But that was a nice move from Anthony Cat, throwing it 3 wide and then holding it on the inside and getting it around, and then having the speed out of the hairpin as well as they're coming through the stadium section here now. See a car back there going a little bit wide. That would be Nathan Wade just ahead of these two guys, Seth Brown and Tony Stack. Brown holding off Tony for now, but these guys have gained 1 position each, having passed Adam Miles, and the gap to the guys in front staying steadily at about 3 seconds. So they might want to start working together a bit more if they want to catch back up. But other than that, they're pretty much guaranteed to finish in the top 10 if they can just keep from crashing each other out. On board here with Dave Dowson as well. He's 4th out of 5 cars in this 3rd group that we have. It's being led by Adam Miles, and then Dan Blake, Peasley, Dowson and Christopher Miles behind him as well, battling for 11th on down to 15th as we have a move here up the inside from Dan Blake. I think Miles is going to have the better exit speed there. Blake goes in behind to get the draft again. Peasley sits there as well. On board now with Blake. Gets right up to the gearbox of Adam Miles, and he pulls out to the right. Gets the massive overspeed. Here comes Peasley as well. Blake has the nose ahead. What will Peasley do? He's not going to go 3, is he? He's going to have a late peek to the inside. He's going to throw 3 wide. He's going to pass both guys. He's going to lock up the right front wheel, but he's going to hold it tight. So they're going to be 2 wide again out of the corner. That's going to compromise his speed, I think. But he's going to stay ahead of Dan Blake, so it looks like he's actually going to get that position despite of the lockup, unless he has to run around the outside. Blake on the outside. Peasley holds it really tight there. So Blake is able to get the better speed coming down into the complex, but the undercut there from Ray Peasley gets him back up front. Now he has the outside around the next 2 corners here, which will give him that position. Blake slots in behind, and that let the guys behind Darryl Taylor, O'Flynn and Cook catch up as well. So up to 8 cars in this group now. But what racing we see from these guys at the front. Peasley just throwing it at them, locking up and still getting it done.
Yeah, really good move there. He compromised a bit of a run up the inside after that lockup. Got a bit less speed, but managed to hold it. Taking that outside line into the next corner actually helped him get a better run on the exit. And that's how he was able to take that position. And as they fight behind him, I think he'll be able to get away, but I'm not sure if he'll be able to catch Brown in front of him. Seth Brown, that is. Simon Edwards now setting a faster lap with a 157.238. So only fractions quicker. 200ths quicker than Ewan Pattinson, who set it before.
There were 6 cars in a row there that has set a 157.2 as their fastest lap, so they're all really quick at the front. But back here, the battle is still going on. That's Miles Taylor and Dowson you see at the back of this package. They're going 2 wide for the lead again, or for second place that is. 2 wide as well back here in the second pack. Edwards gets a move done on Mattock here as Simpson is on the inside as well. They're going to be 2 by 2 by 2 for second, fourth and sixth, as they're 2 wide for 11th as well. Lock up there. Looks like they're avoiding each other though, so racing all around this racetrack. Edwards and Mattock now side by side as Edwards locks up and Mattock makes a move for 4th. Here comes Nicholas Von Roberts up to 5th as well. Edwards slots in behind him in 6th place. So rather than going forward, Simon Edwards drops back here. He's still got his nose up the inside of Von Roberts. See what he can do into the next corner. He does back out there as Wade drops in behind him. And then we got Ali Favero back there in 8th as well. A couple of cars, 3 even going in the gravel there too. But you are allowed to do that until you do it too much and lose the rear end. Favero right on the back of Wade there too. Does not run him over though, thankfully. So
that was close.
Holding on back there. Great job from him to avoid. But I think he's just sitting back here, watching what these guys are doing, learning what they're like, and then towards the end, he's going to be right up there. And we are only on lap 6. 6 laps completed. We still have 10 laps to go of this race. I don't know how they're going to make it racing like this, but it's great to see that they're not just helping each other to get away towards the end like they normally do. They're actually racing back here, going 2 and 3 wide into the corners. Pattinson having a look there up the inside ahead of Anthony Catt, who is now in the lead. Slots back in now, so that we're coming out of turns 3 and 4 down this long left-hander straightaway, whatever you want to call it. And this is where the drafting is going to come into play again. Pattinson and Simonson. Pattinson right on the back of Anthony Catt, and then Simonson back there getting the draft. Pattinson goes to the inside because Catt looks like he does prefer the outside around the kink to have the inside in the hairpin, but Pattinson is almost going to clear him, and here comes Simonson as well up the inside. They're not going to be 3 wide, they're going to be 2 by 2 as Catt backs out, and Simonson will have the lead into the hairpin. Pattinson holds on to second place. He gained 1 and lost 1, so staying there in second. Von Roberts now still in fourth. Edwards has got back up to fifth as he gets the move done on Mattock there, and Nathan Wade all over the back of them as well as they go 2 wide still. Mattock trying to get that position back from Simon Edwards. He will be up the inside, but Edwards shuts the door on him to hold on to that 5th place as Pattinson gets a little bit wider entry there to try and get more speed out of turn 10 down into turn number 11, mobile 1 corner into the stadium section. Now he goes tighter into the corner, goes a little bit wider on the curb. Actually they're pretty even there, but you saw Anthony Catt went tight out of the corner, probably a little bit less speed. Now on the back again. It's really hard to overtake in these sections. You pretty much have to throw it up the inside if you want to make a move anywhere in these last few corners. Otherwise, I think the last great overtaking opportunity on the final lap is going to be into the hairpin, which is just halfway around the lap. So definitely going to need to be brave if you want something done after that. But still, Benny Simonson back at the front of the pack as Benny Simonson now just set the fastest lap of the race, 156.5. That's quite a good lap.
I'm just looking as well. Nick Von Roberts has also set a fit 156.5 with 200ths of a second separating that time between them. But yes, a very good lap from Benny Simonson. Obviously that draft helps them get that fastest lap. It really has been just changing positions every lap. Ewan Pattinson's going to have a look up the inside. Anthony Catt's going to get the draft on Ewan Pattinson. They're going to make it 3 wide coming into the hairpin. That is a lovely shot of them coming through. Anthony Catt is going to throw it up the inside like he normally does. He is. Ewan Pattinson as well gets the move done. They've shoved Benny Simonson out wide. Nick Von Roberts now looking for a move. Slots in behind Benny Simonson. Anthony Catt into the lead. Ewan Pattinson staying second as they come into turn... What turn is it?
Turn number 8 in the Mercedes complex. Double left-hander.
There we go. Good move. Ewan Pattinson as well, trying to get the good exit, holding it tight. Trying to get that quicker exit. Looking to the inside. Not an overtaking corner, that's for sure. You're going to throw it in real quick. If you're going to overtake there, you're going to lose a lot of time. So, smart there. Almost on the gravel. I like to call this Vettel corner, where he crashed out in 2018, I think it was, when he was in the lead.
It'll be interesting to see what they'll do in this section here on the final lap. If you get the slightest bit of a run, if they're going to throw it up the inside, or if they're just going to stay behind each other and try and get a run onto the start-finish line. The finish line is quite early here, right there, so you're not going to have a lot of time to get the move done. And you saw Simon Edwards getting a little bit wide there out of the final corner. So that lap was slightly slower than the previous couple of laps, but still Anthony Catt holding the lead now, and he's going to lose it, coming out of turn 4, down around the straightaway turn number 5, and then into hairpin, which is turn number 6. Von Roberts back there in 4th. You saw him last time trying to find a hole to make it 4 wide, but thought better of it, and as we've just passed the halfway point now, on to lap number 9 of 16, I think things are just about to heat up even more. Now Benny Simonson throwing it up the inside to make it 3 wide as Pattinson takes the lead. Simonson is going to take the lead from him, but they will be 3 wide with Anthony Catt on the outside. Simonson now on the inside. He has a slight lookup, but he does get the move done, and he is clear on the exit. Anthony Catt right on the back of him. Pattinson has the inside into the next corner. Is he going to hold it there? He is. They're going to be side by side into the Mercedes complex. Von Roberts is right there as well, looking to find a hole. Now Pattinson has the outside. which should give him the better speed out, but he doesn't have the speed around the corner, so Cat is going to clear him. Now Von Roberts trying to find something there, he backs out as well, gives Pattinson the third place. That will be Edwards right on the back of Von Roberts too, trying to get involved, but these guys back to single file now. Cat right on the back of Simonsen. He's going to try find an opening, or is he going to wait for the next straightaway? He's not really close enough, I think, to be able to make a move, but he peaks slightly on the inside there, showing him that he's right there, ready to make a move if something would happen. But all 8 cars still holding on to this group right here, so Ali Favero holding on to 8th place back there, doing a great job keeping up with these guys, and I think if somebody makes a mistake on the final lap, he will definitely be right there to pounce and take advantage.
Yeah, all it takes is somebody to lock up into that hairpin, to just a little mistake, go a bit wide when you're too wide. Somebody might take it 4 wide even, which would be very good to see, and that's unlucky.
Tim Adcock and Michael Cook, I believe that was, got together into the hairpin. Ran out of room on the super wide F1 racetrack, but that happens sometimes. You get hard on the brakes, the car gets a little bit wobbly and you make contact. It's that just makes these 3 wide moves up the inside that these guys at the front are doing even more incredible, because they've got such good car control, being on those brakes right to the limit. You saw last time Simonsen locked up ever so slightly, but Cat is yet to lock up the car, as we have Pattinson to the inside this time. Cat in the middle, onboard here with Von Roberts. He's going to back out of it, and Pattinson is actually going to back out as well. Or maybe it's just that Cat is so much better on the brakes. Great brake control there.
I think Cat is just that much better on the brakes. He can just out-brake Benny and Ewan, just going into the hairpin, which is incredible to see. Von Roberts now looking to shove Ewan Pattinson out right up the back of Benny Simonsen. Ewan Pattinson, does he get the run out the corner? He's got the inside coming into turn 10. And he does get the move on Von Roberts. Von Roberts really pushing to get this podium here. I reckon he'll go for a move on the last lap as well, but it's very hard for him to overtake, as the rest of the cars all have. That was very close from Von Roberts and Simon Edwards, nearly getting together, nearly going wide as well. I think Simon Edwards had a bit of a wobbly out of the final turn. I think it was him. Lost a bit of time. May have been someone else. I see Von Roberts now looking to go up the inside. You got to be mad to overtake in this corner as well, as it's almost flat out through there. Benny Simonsen looking to try and make a move, maybe into turn 2. Nothing coming. We've got a replay here. Oh, he's just got. Oh, has he saved it? He has.
Great save there from Aaron Taylor.
Going on to the pits. Maybe he's got some damage. That was a good save though. Probably got the wheel off the curb and had some wheel spin. We see Benny Simonsen going up the inside of Anthony Cat. You can see as well, Anthony Cat is so late on those brakes. Oh, was that a bit of contact from Ewan Pattinson at the back of Benny Simonsen? Because his run has been compromised and he's losing positions. He's lost 3rd place to Nick Von Roberts, and he's got Simon Edwards on his inside. Simon Edwards looking to make the move stick. Ewan Pattinson looking for it, and Simon Edwards does. Oh, there's contact! Simon Edwards going into the back of Benny Simonsen. There's a bit of front wing gone. Is that Benny Simonsen's race over? Simon Edwards is gone. Is there another car involved in that?
Nathan Wade, I think that is parked on the side of the track there. That's unfortunate.
I think it is, yes. So a bit of a slip up there.
Just lifts him off the ground and turns him around, and then comes back on the track here, and Nathan Wade doesn't anticipate it, turns right into the side of him, and he is out of the race. Simon Edwards still going though in 9th place, so he lost Tony Stack and Seth Brown.
Well, that is all gain for Anthony Cat, who was fighting with those guys, and he'll be happy, I think, to get Benny Simonsen out of there, but Ewan Pattinson still in contention for this win. George Matic now as well running E4. He's going to be happy to be up for a podium fight. Ali Favero, as you said, has picked up 3 positions thanks to that little scrap, into P5 now behind, but he's dropped back by 4 seconds, it looks like.
Yeah, he got through that little incident, but he did drop back quite a bit, so he is unfortunately out of contention for the win here, but he is on his own for 5th place, so he might be able to hold on to that. Now it's Nicholas Von Roberts' turn to finally make a move here for the lead around the outside of Cat, and here comes Pattinson as well, trying to get back into the lead. He is going to have the nose ahead into the braking zone. Cat on the outside holds it. Von Roberts gets a little bit wobbly there. You can see he's struggling on the brakes compared to Cat. Cat right on the curb there, but he's going to get the overspeed out of the corner, which should get him around Von Roberts here, coming into turn number 7 into the Mercedes complex. He has the overspeed. Von Roberts is going to have a look on the outside of Pattinson though, but Pattinson shuts the door on him, and Von Roberts now around the outside here of 8 and into 9 and then around 10, and he will get that position. He's going to hold on to 2nd, and yes, they are single file, so he is clear. George Mattock now in the 4th back there, trying to find a way through somehow. High on the curb there, does not go as wide as these other guys at all. A lot tighter, and Von Roberts out in the gravel, almost losing the rear end there, but any one of these 4 guys can win this race now, and they have a 5-second gap down to Simonson and Favero, who's now racing for 5th and 6th. So with 4 laps to go, I think these guys can just go all out now and do anything they can to get that front position, but at the final lap, I think you ideally want to be 2nd, possibly even 3rd, coming out of turns 2, 3, and 4 into the long left-hander straightaway for the hairpin. I think that's where the move for the win is going to be made, unless you're super brave to do something later in the lap.
Yeah, really interesting to see them going wide now. Maybe they've pushed the tyres, but I'm sure these Skippy tyres don't usually fall off. So maybe just pushing. You can see how hard they are pushing now. Anthony Cat in 3rd, sorry, I'm sure you said that, but I have not noticed until now. He's going to have a look up the inside, and we know he will be very late on the brakes as Nick Von Roberts looks up the inside. Anthony Cat going to go to the outside yet. There it is. Seems to be that inside line gets the best speed as we come into the braking zone. Anthony Cat, last on the brakes, gets it done up the inside. Ewan Pattinson, George Mattock looking for a line up the inside on Ewan Pattinson, doesn't get it to go. Nick Von Roberts getting a P2 though. They've got to all be very smooth on the brakes coming through here. Ooh, looked like Von Roberts had a look.
That's possibly one overtaking opportunity as well on the final lap. If you're super close, just chuck it up the inside and hope it sticks. But still, great move there from Anthony Cat again to hold it on the inside. Mattock not quite getting the speed out of the corner. We're on board with him here again. You can see just how much tighter he goes, both on the inside and then coming out of the corner. He doesn't use much of the curb at all. So might be saving his tires, or maybe that's just the line that he prefers. But I think if he sees a gap opening here, he's not going to be late to try and get in there. Coming now to 3 laps to go as we're coming around the last 2 corners of the lap. On board now with Pattinson right in behind Nicholas Von Roberts. Is he going to try and make a move into turn number 1, or is he maybe going to do it into 2? It looks like he lifts off slightly there to give himself a little bit of room to Nicholas Von Roberts. We know he's going to have the highest speed coming down towards the hairpin anyway, as Von Roberts moves out of line here to not get too much draft and get too close to Anthony Cat. Now down to turn number 2, and then through 3 and 4 again on to the long left-hand straightaway. And see who's going to be best this time.
You've got to be mad to overtake into turn 1. The speed that you would lose overtaking into there would just... I think it's too much to go for it, so that's why I think they've been waiting. And Ewan Pattinson going up the inside. Vaughan Roberts seems to have the position. Pattinson as well on the very inside. Late braking, all 3 cars. Ewan Pattinson getting a good run. No! Oh, there's contact! Nick Vaughan Roberts getting out to lock up mid-corner there, making contact with that front right wheel of George Mattock. And that's going to lose him a bit of time, quite a bit of time, actually, for both cars, I think. There's now Ewan Pattinson and Anthony Cat. Ewan Pattinson slotting in behind Anthony Cat. That's some very good racing as Nick Vaughan Roberts is back up with this pack now. I think George Mattock is losing too much time. I don't think he'll be able to get back up there, which is unfortunate. He was having a very good race.
Definitely, let's get a replay here. He cuts it up the inside. Oh, you can see Von Roberts just gets a little bit sideways there, and he loses all this momentum there, Matic. But I think if these guys start racing again, he's going to get just close enough. But at the moment, he has 1.2, 1.3 seconds up to Nicholas Von Roberts. So that draft isn't going to be much. What's going to help him, though, is when these guys go 3 wide down towards the hairpin. Neither of them is going to have any draft, and he's going to get it all. Yeah, just have to be just a little bit closer than he is now. 1.2, 1.3 seconds behind is not going to be ideal for him. Looking back from Anthony Catt here. Pattinson right on his gearbox. Through turn 1 again. We've got 2 laps to go here. Right now it's a 3-car race for the win. And Simonson and Ali Favero still racing back there. But Simonson has about 7/10 on Ali all the way around the lap. So it looks like Simonson is going to hold on to 5th. After that incident, now we're on board with Von Roberts. Goes a little bit wide here around turn 2, 3 and 4, but he will get the double draft here anyway. So he's going to close right up to these guys, and now the gap down to George Matic is almost 2 seconds. So he is out of this race as well, unless they go 3 wide all the way through the Mercedes complex. Pattinson to the lead. Here comes Von Roberts. He's going to go to the inside, I believe. Yes, he is, so 3 wide. Cat down to 3rd, but who's going to be late on the brakes? It's going to be Von Roberts on the inside. He's going to get the position. Cat around the outside, going to try and get the overspeed on Pattinson though. Side by side for 2nd. Von Roberts has cleared them both for the lead into the Mercedes complex. Pattinson backs out, slots in behind, so we're going to be single file again. 1.5 laps to go. It's a 3-car race for the lead. And Pattinson is closing in on Matic, so we might get a battle for 4th as well as Cat throws it up the inside of Von Roberts. But that's not a good place to make an overtake. He gets the crossover maybe here, gets a little bit of draft. It's a very short straightaway, but he had the better speed out onto the straightaway. He's going to be side by side again in through turn number 11. He's going to get the move done. Pattinson backs out, wants no part of that. Now Von Roberts on the curve gets the better speed out of it though. So still side by side in through the stadium section here. Matic is loving this. He's gaining 10th after 10th on these guys. If they keep doing this, he's going to be right there. But it's going to be 1 lap to go as they come around the final corner. Who is going to be Von Roberts, Anthony Catt, or Ewan Pattinson?
I think Ewan Pattinson might take this, looking the way that it's going. But we know that corner can be, after the hairpin, can be a tricky one, and you can overtake there. So it'll be interesting to see what lines are taken as Ali Favero sets the fastest lap with a 1:56.379. Ewan Pattinson now, is he going to be patient and wait? He is. Coming into turn 2.
Such a wide line there from Von Roberts, but it doesn't really compromise his speed out on this left-hander straight away. I'm just going to keep calling it that. Cat now, though, moves to the inside. Pattinson, is he close enough? I think he is. I wonder if Cat is going to move all the way to the right though to cover the inside. Here comes Pattinson right behind Cat. He makes a late move to the inside. Who is going to be late on the brake? Pattinson on the inside. He's going to get the move done. Here comes Cat trying to undercut or cross him over. They're going to be 3 wide onto the straightaway as well. Von Roberts goes in behind, but they're side by side for the lead. Anthony Cat on the inside. He's going to have the lead coming into the right-hander. What's going to happen now?
Yeah, Pattinson's going to have to send it up the inside if he's going to keep this position. Does he do it? He does!
Oh, what a move!
What a move by Ewan Pattinson to get up the inside, but they are still 2 wide, coming through turn 10 and 11.
Knock, says George Matic. He's right there as well.
Anthony Cat has got the position. As Nick Von Roberts is now at the inside of Ewan Pattinson. 2 wide. I think that's turn 12. As Ewan Pattinson has the position coming into the final couple of corners. Nick Von Roberts up the inside of Anthony Cat as well. Cat's going to have the inside for the last 2. Gets his nose ahead. Nick Von Roberts around the outside. He's going to have the speed. Oh, he goes wide. Ewan Pattinson has the lead. Keeps the lead. Nick Von Roberts, is he going to have it? Doesn't look like he got it. But that is a win by Ewan Pattinson, and a very good win at that. A very, very, very nice move at turn 8 to make that stick and keep the speed, keep it going. Very, very good race.
That was a lot more exciting to the finish than I thought, as we see Dave Dowson, Kieran O'Flynn and Christopher Miles coming across the line here as well. Dave Dowson finishing in the last position of the top 10, but wow, what a race and what a move. Side by side through the whole Mercedes complex and down into the stadium as well, and somehow Pattinson just gets clear, and as they're side by side behind, there is nothing they can do at all back there. Wow, and Mata caught up there at the end, not able to do anything, but what a drive. Benny Simonson as well has recovered to 15th, as we see here. This would be David, no, Nathan Wade coming around in 17th at number 24, recovers, scores some points here after an earlier incident. Unfortunate for him, but makes it to the finish. So post-race results here, young Pattinson comes home with the victory after one of the most exciting finish I think we've seen this season. Anthony Catt in second and Nicholas Von Roberts with another podium in third. George Mattock in fourth place, Benny Simonson holds on to fifth, Ali Favero in sixth, great drive from him, Tony Stack in seventh, Seth Brown in eighth, Dan Blake riding around on his own there at the end to finish ninth, and Dave Dowson rounding out the top 10 just ahead of Kieran O'Flynn and Christopher Miles in 11th and 12th, and then Adam Miles in 13th. Ray Peasley 14th, Simon Edwards recovers to 15th, Chris Wright 16th, David Clapham in 17th, Nathan Wade recovers to 18th, Matthew Hodges in 19th, Neil Andrews in 20th. And then Tim Adcock 1 lap down, Aaron Taylor crashed up with 5 laps to go, Michael R. Cook with 7 to go, and Dave Kirkman finishes 13 laps down, having crashed out on lap number 4. Fastest lap of the day goes to Ali Favero on the second to last lap at 1:56.379, so congratulations to him on scoring that. I don't know if it really means anything, but still a great thing to have in such a competitive field. But what a race we had there at the end. Daniel, just too wide for almost a whole lap, and somehow Pattinson was able to get through and get the win.
I think it was at one of the last corners. I'm thinking it was turn 13 or 14. Just that the one that I called Sebastian Vettel corner. Just that inside line, having a camber to push that car around the corner on the inside, I think just helped Ewan Pattinson get that little bit of push that he needed to get the win, and what a good win it was. Really, really, really good win. I think he's deserved that. He's had a bit of bad luck in the last few weeks, and I think he's deserved that win.
His second win of the season as well, so 4 winners. Benny Simonson on 4, and then Warren Roberts, Simon Edwards, and Ewan Pattinson on 2 wins each, and standings have unfortunately not been updated, but we're going to try and get that for the next run. So still, it is these 4 guys that it's about. George Mattock is always right there as well, but with that little incident in the hairpin with a couple of laps to go, just dropped back a little bit too much to be a factor there at the end. We will, however, have for the first post-race interview, Nathan Wade started 5th, racing at the front for a lot of the race, and then a little incident sent you back, but you still finished in 17th. Talk us through what happened there, Nathan.
Hi guys, I'm quite gutted actually, because I hadn't really made any big mistakes at all, and I was kind of comfortable where I was, waiting for the last 2 laps to make moves. And unfortunately there was a incident with Benny and Simon in front of me, and I had no idea Simon had rejoined and was on my right, and so I just took the race in line, and then we just came together and completely destroyed my drive shaft, which is quite disappointing, but is what it is. So on to next week.
Yeah, it looked like a super exciting race there. Unfortunate for you. So anybody you want to send a shout out to?
Just you guys running broadcast always, do a great job, and Alan for running the league.
Thank you for that. Next up, Daniel is standing by with George Mattock.
George, what a race for you, mate. Are you there, George? Yes, we got you. That was a good race for you, but you were in contention for a podium there, and then just sort of fell off a little bit because of that contact. Walk us through what happened.
Yeah, hey guys. Yeah, it was one more lap. One more lap is what I just said in the chat. I think I could have had it, but yeah, it's a shame about the contact. But I knew they were going 3 wide, so I think the switch back would be great to get the inside. I think Nick has just sent me a message, but I can't see what I said because I'm on the other side of the room. But there's definitely no malice from Nick. You know, he races clean and fair, like most people in the series. So just went to the inside. I haven't actually watched it back, but I think Anthony may have came back on or something, and maybe Nick had to avoid him, or you know, it's just like a domino effect essentially. But in the end, it kind of ruined me a little bit because I dropped back by like 2 seconds and I'd lost the draft and had Benny behind me who was closing. I almost got within, he almost got within slipstream range on me, but managed to hold him off just in time and pull away a tiny bit. But yeah, that was a good race. One more lap, I think I could have had a podium, if not a bit more.
Anyone you want to thank?
Shout out to you guys, of course, for doing the broadcast, and the power gods were with me this week, so no power cuts, so that's a good thing. No disconnecting and no P28 to P10 drives, so hopefully this one was equally as entertaining. But yeah, thanks to Alan as well for running the league, and yeah, everyone in the Monday Night Skippies.
It was definitely a entertaining race to watch. Handing it back to you, Linus.
One more lap. I don't know how many times I've said that on any oval that I've been on, just one more lap. But I think in this race it was definitely just one more lap because George really caught up to those guys there at the end. But always the race distance is the actual race distance. Doesn't look like we have any more post-race interviews, so just 2 for today, unfortunately. But had a pretty long race. I guess the broadcast is going to be just as long anyway. So 2 rounds to go in the championship then. Next week, I believe, yes, it is time for Sonoma Raceway and the IndyCar layout. Not really sure which one of all the hundreds of layouts they have over there that is, but I believe it has the carousel on the inside and some sort of an hairpin there right after that. But that's definitely going to be a great race. Not much drafting going on there either, since it's just back and forth all the time, up and down. So that's definitely going to be a driver's racetrack. And then the final at Long Beach. That's going to be a super exciting one as well, Daniel, don't you think?
Yeah, I haven't seen much of Sonoma, but it does seem to be that a lot of people race there, and it does seem like it's going to be a good one as well. And the last week, I'm sure, will be a very close week in the championship. People wanting to knock Benny Simpson off the top.
But Sonoma next week then. Hope you will join us then. You've been watching the UK&I Monday Night Skippies live here on RaceSpotTV in support of the comps and an amazing race here at Hockenheim. Join us same time, same place next week. Until then, take care everybody and stay safe. Have a good one and goodbye.